What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It is hot as crap today. It's 105, but I was too excited not to record this video. The sun's in my face, so excuse me. I just got Load Lifter 5000 installed on my truck along with a wireless controller. So I'm going to show you guys the airbags, and I'm going to show you guys the compressor where they put it on the side of the truck underneath on the chassis, and then I'm going to show you guys the remote, how it works. I'm going to show you guys the truck unloaded, how it sits. It did raise the rear end about half an inch. We're going to be using a measuring tape just so you guys know exactly how much it brings the truck up. These bags are cool, guys. They can go up to 100 psi, which means it's going to be super easy towing this trailer, and I won't have to use a weight distributing hitch anymore. Now let me show you guys the setup I originally used to use before we get into this. All right, you guys, so that's my original weight distributing hitch, and then it comes with these attachments that you put on your trailer, and then you actually have to use these bars. I have one for each side. It was a pain in the butt to install, and I had to use a jack to help me get the weight distributing bars attached. It was just a headache. So I'll be able to get rid of this finally and just use my bags. I've told you guys before that this truck tows like a dream, and it really does. The only thing is though, is the suspension is really soft, which for daily driving, super comfortable. For towing as much as I do with this big trailer, it's not so great. Other than the bank setup, the best thing I've done so far is gonna be these Load Lifter 5000 airbags. I'm too excited. Let's get right into this. I'm currently moving the truck to the driveway just so I can get underneath it without being on the street and show you guys the bags and the compressor. And then we'll hook it up to the trailer and show you guys the difference that it makes. By the way, guys, really quick, when I brought the truck home from 4-Wheel Parts, it was a dramatic difference in how it felt. It was a lot stiffer in the rear, which means that I'm gonna have to get some Fox shocks all around so I can have some adjustable shocks. And this way, if I wanna mess with the shocks up front and make it a little bit stiffer so that way it feels identical to the rear, I can do so. If I want to soften up the front, I can do so. And then in the future, once I install the Fox shocks, I think that'll make a dramatic difference on how this truck feels. I'm going to show you guys the bags, show you guys the compressor, and actually before I even do that, I'm going to show you guys the remote. This is what the remote looks like. It looks like a garage opener. It just hangs on your visor. You can actually turn it on from here. This button here is for preset 1, this button there is for preset 2. So I actually already set it. Preset 1 is 5 psi, so for daily driving, and preset 2 is for 50 psi for towing my specific trailer. All right, it's a little loud, but I hope you guys can see the bag right there, along with the brackets. Compressor is on the passenger side of the truck. Real clean install, and it's nice, it's tucked away. You can't see it from the side of the vehicle. You actually have to be underneath it like this. It's pretty nice and pretty clean install. So now that I showed you guys the bags and I showed you guys the compressor and the remote, I'm gonna back the truck up. I'm not gonna hook it to the trailer just yet. We're gonna take a measurement of the wheel gap from the top of the tire to the bottom of the wheel well. And then we're gonna hook the trailer, measure that, and then we're gonna pump it up and see what it brings it back to. I'm only gonna go to 50 psi. I don't wanna fill the bags up to 100. I think 50 psi is enough, but we'll see how it looks. All right, you guys, I'm gonna start backing the truck up. So before we hook up the trailer, and with the bags inflated only to 5 psi, which is the recommended psi you leave it at for driving unloaded. Now we're going to take a measurement from the tire to the bottom of the wheel well, and then after that we'll load the trailer, see how much it drops, and then we'll inflate it up to 50 psi and see how much it goes back up. So it looks like we're right at 6 3/4. That's unloaded. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and load the trailer and then see how much it's dropped down to. We're at about 5 1/4 inches, and unloaded it was at about 6 3/4 inches. So we dropped down about 1.5 inches. Let's go ahead and inflate the bag and see what we go up to. Push any button to turn it on. Can't tell if it's blurry or not. I hope you guys can see. It's at 5 psi. I'm gonna hit my preset 2, which is set to 55. There we go. I thought it was 50. It's 55. You guys can hear the compressor going off and the truck lifting. We're gonna go ahead and take another measurement. I'll bring you guys in a little closer. All right, so the truck got raised up to about 7 1/4 inches, which is about 1/2 inch higher than what it was sitting at unloaded. And that's at 55 psi. Like I said, we can take these bags up to 100. They're the Load Lifter 5000 series. 50 psi seems more than enough to bring this truck up to where you need it to be. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys what happens when I put the remote back down to preset 1, which is 5 psi, so you guys can see how much it actually drops. So I'm turning the remote on, and I just hit the button now. All right, and there it is, back down to 5 psi. I think this is one of the coolest things ever. Pretty excited with the purchase, and I can't wait to try it out. So the next thing we're going to do after this is we're going to fully hook up the trailer, inflate it up to 50 or 55 psi, and then we're going to go for a spin. You can see right there we're at 5 psi. Preset 2. All right, cool. Alright you guys, so we're doing the drive around video right now with the GoPro underneath the truck. It should be staring at the bag. It was really hard to get everything mounted in there, but I gotta tell you, it feels solid, extremely solid. It feels as if there's nothing on the truck. It just feels great. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'm loving this. It feels amazing. Honestly, it's just a great setup so far. Alright you guys, so I just got back from doing the test drive. I hope you guys enjoyed the clip of the GoPro pointed at the airbag. That was just really cool. Really excited myself to go inside, edit this video, and see how that looks. After doing that drive, I'm really excited to show you guys right now the side of the truck. Look at how level the truck is sitting right now. And what's impressive is just how it felt on that drive. It felt so good driving around with these airbags. It feels like there's nothing, absolutely nothing hooked to the truck. Just to show you guys, there's no weight distributing bars hooked up. Everything that you just saw is all because of the airbags only. I really hope you guys enjoyed that GoPro footage. I think it's gonna be really, really cool. These airbags feel amazing. They will hold pressure so long as the truck is on. If it loses any PSI, it will refill even on the road. You can hear it. The truck feels amazing towing with these bags installed. But I will warn you guys, if you're gonna get these bags and you like how your truck drives without them, don't do it. Just use a weight distributing hitch because it does affect the way the truck feels when there's no trailer on it. Even though it's just 5 psi, it makes the rear a lot stiffer. So on my drive home yesterday from 4-Wheel Parts, it felt way different. Not in a bad way. To me, I enjoyed it. On top of that, it's just making me want to do more things to the truck. So for example, I'm going to be getting the Fox shocks all around that are fully adjustable. It's an expensive purchase. I'm not going to do it anytime soon, especially not if my wife watches this video and finds out. It is something that I plan on purchasing in the future, just because if I get the Fox adjustable shocks, first of all, you want to be uniform all around. So I don't want to just buy the two for the front. The front is all I'm actually worried about. If I can get these Fox shocks, I can adjust the front to feel just as stiff as the rear, and it'll feel perfect. And if I ever want to soften everything up, I can just re-soften the front. The difference of how the truck felt to me didn't bother me at all. I enjoyed it actually. It felt pretty good on the highway, but you will notice a difference. That's all I'm trying to tell you guys. So don't do it if you love how your truck drives factory. If you don't mind it and if you want to do some mods, go for it. I think it's cool. I recommend it. But like I said, if you love how the truck drives factory and you don't tow as much as I do, don't do it. If you do tow a little bit, you don't like how soft the rear end is, this to me is an amazing upgrade that you can do. I think it benefits the truck unloaded, definitely benefits the truck loaded. It's a really good purchase in my opinion. All right, you guys, well, hey, that's gonna do it for this video. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment down below and ask. If there's anything you guys wanna see or know, comment down below. I'll make another video specifically for your questions. That's gonna do it for now. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.